Orioles come to town and take 2 from the Rangers. This is the Roundup. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Texas Rangers Roundup podcast. I'm RD. How are we doing? Happy Monday to you. Not a great weekend from a Ranger standpoint, but they ended on a high note. I guess we can hop on into it. Orioles were in town from Friday to Sunday, 3-game series. Pretty quick, nothing too crazy, but it didn't go great. Let's just say that. Let's hop into it. First game, Friday night. Oh, buddy. Orioles, the 6 came, and they just dominated. They ended up winning 9-1. Yeah, Rangers put up 1 freaking run for Eovaldi. Orioles score 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 3 in the 7th, and that was enough. 9 runs on 11 hits, no errors. Rangers' only run came in the second. They scored 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. Burns gets the win. He's 10-4 right now with a 2.38 ERA. Eovaldi falls to 6-4 with a 3.36 ERA. Player of the games are all, Orioles. They just pretty much blasted the Rangers. Nothing. I don't know. Is there anything positive to say? I mean, Nathaniel Lowe hit a homer in the second, deep to center field. I mean, I say center field, everybody just says deep, but it barely got on the wall. Santander blew up, went bonkers. Henderson had a great night. Burns had a great night pitching. So, Orioles had 4 homers versus the Rangers 1, 24 total bases versus 6. No stolen bases in this game. Rangers left 6 on versus 3 for the Orioles. No errors. Yeah, it just wasn't a great performance. They were teeing off on Eovaldi immediately. It got ugly in the first and just never – Rangers never threatened again. Seriously, a 2-hit. 2 freaking hits, 1 run. I don't want to we don't need to talk about it any more than that. There you go. We'll move on to – I was like, you know what? Let's move on to Saturday and see what's going on. Fired up the game. Was hanging out with my brother at his house. I was like, let's throw it on. Let's check it out, whatever. And it got out of hand, too. They lost 8-4. Orioles got 8 runs on 12 hits, no errors. 12 hits. Rangers 4 runs on 6 hits and had an error. Now, this game was slightly closer and a little bit more entertaining, but Orioles blow up, score 4 in the second. Rangers do counter with 2 in the bottom of the second. Orioles tack on 1 more in the third. They have 2 more in the 6th. Rangers put 2 up in the 8th, but Orioles, they already had the win, but they did score another run in the 9th. It was okay. It was exciting to watch from time to time. But like Kisner he had 2 RBIs, not terrible, right? Langford doubled. I don't know. It just seemed like they're lost right now, right? So Orioles had 3 home runs. Rangers had none, obviously. Total bases 22-8 in favor of the Orioles. 3 stolen bases total. Orioles had 2. Rangers had 1. Orioles left 15 on. Rangers left 7. The only error was committed by the Rangers. So you're like, okay, well, what's going on, man? They're just getting pounded. And it's not like they had 2 good pitchers go out, right? Eovaldi and Scherzer. And you're like, what the heck is going on? And, obviously, Friday night, they muster up 1 freaking run. They got 4 on Saturday. It's like, you're getting closer, but you need a couple more, especially a really good team. Like, my brother was yammering on about it. I was like, dude, the Orioles are just really good. Like, they're first in the AL East, and they are solid. Really solid. And then you're like, okay, let's roll into Sunday. Let's just not get swept. How about that? And, it was a close game. It was a pitcher duel. You had Heaney. He gets the win. He's now 4-10 with a 3.60 ERA. Kramer gets the loss. He's 4-6 with a 4.43 ERA. Yates gets his 17th save of the season. He's got a 1.02 ERA. Yeah, Rangers squeaked this one out. It got close towards the end. Very, kind of a tight game. Like I said, all the way until the 4th inning. Then, you know what? It was Heim time, baby. He blasts one. He knocks in Langford and Lowe. It was a beautiful jam. And then, what's crazy? He had another chance. He had 2 on later in the game. And it's like a check swing bunt back to the pitcher. I was like, damn it. But yeah, Orioles make it close. They scored 2 in the 8th on a Santander home run. And then, that was it. Orioles scored 2 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Rangers 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Your MVP is obviously Fan and MLB MVP. Vote there. Fan and MLB player of the game. Heim, he went 1 for 3, homer, 3 RBIs, a run. Heaney, here's your top performers. Obviously, Heim's in here, but you have two pitchers, which is Heaney had another great pitching game. He didn't really get a lot of run support, but it's enough to get that dub. Heaney, like I said, got the win. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, gave up 2 hits, no earned runs, 4 strikeouts. Heim, I just mentioned, he went 1 for 3 with a homer, 3-run blast. Spores come in through 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, 0 earned runs, and had 3 strikeouts. You know, it's funny. It's like right at the end of the 5th inning, and they're like, okay, you know, he just gave up a big hit. Out comes Bochy. And Bochy just kind of stands there. And Heim and Heaney just have a little conversation. Bochy just out there. Like that, just needed an extended time to have a little conversation. They were going to get him through this inning. You know, so if they won, he would get the win. That's his record is insanely crazy. He's 4-10, never gets run support when he's pitching. He's got a decent ERA, 3.60. I mean, come on. So they had a little conversation. He gets the last out of the inning, and then they bring in Spores. He closes out. You know what? I'll take that back. I think Robertson came in. He's the one that gave up the 2-run blast, if I'm not mistaken. This Spores came in and finished her off. Yeah. I'm it's a long weekend, but it was a nice little afternoon. Got to sit on the couch for a little bit, watch the game, enjoyed it. And I was like, okay, it's nice to just be able to relax, right? And so this weekend, got to watch some baseball. I should have went out to the ballpark, but I'll tell you what. They got a 4-game series right now. They're hosting against the White Sox. Starts tonight. So today, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are all at 7:05. There's a Thursday day game at 1:35. So should be a lot of action. Now, there are a lot of promotional items. I need to get that for you because there is some cool stuff going on this week. There's 2 things that I know of. All right. So Monday is just Monument Mondays where they do 10-ounce Rangers. There's some water drink special at the Terrace, excuse me. But Tuesday, so tomorrow, Adolis Garcia replica World Series ring. First 29,000 fans. Let me tell you this, they get there early. You don't believe me? Go on X or YouTube or something like that. Check out the videos of these people waiting in line from like 8 a.m. to make sure they secure this. 29,000. I mean, hell, the stadium, only holds like 39, 40, something like that. I don't even know what the exact number is, but Jesus, but it seems like that number's been going up quite a bit. Anyways, then on Wednesday, you have Jonah Heim Gold Glove bobblehead. First, the 15,000 fans. It's 18 and older for that. I don't know why it's like 18 and older for a bobblehead, but there you go. Yeah, both those games are at 7:05. But like I said, when they come out, you got to get there early. And that's if you want one. But, man, 29,000 fans for that ring. There's a ticket offer with that. I think it's part of I mentioned in the previous shows where you can buy specific tickets for these rings and things like that. So go to the website, MLB.com/Rangers/Rangers/tickets/promotions, and click on the collect them all and save. There you go. Like I said, Sox are coming to town. Rangers right now, they're kind of right where they were, right? They've been 5 games back for a couple games. Astros have been winning and losing, Mariners winning and losing, and et cetera. But yeah, so Astros have pulled in the first place. They're still, they have the tiebreaker right now. They're 52-47. Mariners are 53-48. So I guess with the extra loss, like I said, Mariners had the extra win, but they also have the extra loss. And but yeah. Astros are currently lost their last game. They don't really on a losing streak, but they've lost their last one. Mariners won their last one, so did the Rangers. Again, Rangers 5 games back. They're 47-52. They're at a .475 win percentage. Not doing too great at home, but they're plus 500, right? They're 25-23. They're above that 500 threshold away, 22-29. They're -2 on the run score, runs allowed differential, which is kind of concerning. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They just, lose. It's tough to beat the tough teams, right? That's why, with the White Sox coming to town, you should take them to Pound Town. They've only won 27 games. They've lost 74 games already. They have a win percentage of .267. They're 33.5 games back. They do not care. This season is over. They're on a 7-game losing streak. They're 1-9 in the last 10. Now, there's 2 ways to interpret that. Either the Rangers are going to crush, or the White Sox are going to come to town and win 2 or 3. I don't know how to feel about it, but I'm putting my money on the Rangers every single day So hopefully win at least 3 games. You got to get 3 from this terrible team. It's tough to beat the good teams. You got to beat the bad teams, and you're setting up perfect after that. And it's a long series before you hit the road. So you got 4-game series against the Sox that lead into Thursday, and then you're traveling on they got the early game, and then they leave Thursday. They got to play in Toronto Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, which we'll talk about that. Hopefully I get, like I say it every week, hopefully I get the Thursday game in. I haven't in a while. I understand that. But currently the Blue Jays are 45-54. They're 15 games back in the AL East with a .455 win percentage. -70 on the runs scored, run average, or runs allowed differential. 5-5 in the last 10. So, Rangers are getting a little bit of a break instead of having to play one of the best teams in the league, which, I mean, the Orioles are the best team in the American League, but, you go over to the National League. Obviously, the Phillies they got 63 wins. They're just crushing it. I mean, just absolutely killing it this year. So let's take a look at some probable pitching. So Monday night, tonight, Eric Fede, whatever, going up against Michael Lorenzen. Fede is a right-handed pitcher, 7-3 with a 2.99 ERA with 99 strikeouts, which is nuts, right? They actually have a good pitcher here. Their pitchers aren't terrible. It's their hitting that sucks. You know what I mean? You got him, like I said, Fede, whatever his name is, I don't know, 2.99 ERA, 7-3. He's a righty. Michael Lorenzen, he's a righty. He's 5-5 with a 3.52 ERA with 65 strikeouts. Then tomorrow, Garrett Crochet, whatever you want to call him, left-handed pitcher, 6-6 with a 3.02 ERA, 150 strikeouts, going up against John Gray. Gray's 4-4 with a 3.96. That game could, I think, get out of hand a bit. Maybe. Wednesday, Chris Flexen. He's a righty. He's 2-9, 5.22 ERA with 75 strikeouts, going up against Eovaldi. He's back on it, and he's currently 6-4 with a 3.36 ERA with 94 strikeouts. That's a game I'll probably be trying to place a little bit more dough on, just because. And then no one's listed for Thursday for the Rangers. Sox already have Jonathan Cannon out there. He's 1-4 with a 4.58 ERA, 43 strikeouts. So there you go. We already talked about the rankings, but if you want to start looking ahead. We're on the second half of the season here. If you want to take a look at the playoffs, I really don't, to be honest with you. I mean, currently they're behind. They're not obviously they're not winning the division right now. Wild card is full up with the Yankees, Twins, and Royals. Then you got the Sox, Mariners, Rays, Tigers, and then there are the Rangers, 7.5 games back. So, I mean, it's early, still July. It's getting a little late in July, but got to start winning some games. As far as the injury report and things like that, Dane Dunny's still expected to come back late July. Evan Carter is supposed to come back late July. DeGrom, sometime after the trade deadline, they updated him. There was Bruce Bochy was talking about him, and he started to spin. He said he mentioned that he started to spin the ball, and he threw a bullpen session of about 35 pitches. That was on July 19th. The session included sliders as well as some fastballs, changeup. There you go. I mean, he's a ways away, according to Boch, but he's feeling good. We'll see when we can get him back. Now, some of the latest news, according to Kurt Bishop from Nolan Wrighton, Evan Carter and Josh Young, they're so close. They're slowly making progress to return, but, they have been out for a long time, and there's some key pieces. I'll tell you this. Smith's playing amazing at third. The guy, check out my YouTube page. I try to, clip some the amazing plays, homers, stuff like that, post them as shorts just to get you on with your day. But yeah, it'd be nice to have Josh Young back. But I tell you what, Smith is holding it down over there, hitting well. Didn't hit that great this weekend, though. But we obviously, Evan Carter, need him back in the outfield. Need that bat, Woof. Anyhow, that's really all that's going on, It was a real easy weekend, I suppose. I mean, not for the Rangers. Orioles kind of took them out back and beat them up a little bit. But should have a fun little week ahead of you. The next promotional days would be August 2nd when the Sox come to town. You got pregame happy hours and things like that, some ice cream sundaes, but nothing like what's going on this week. So get out there, and I am going to put this out there as well. August 15th when the Twins are in town, they're doing Nathan Eovaldi replica World Series rings. There you go. And then on the 16th, that Friday, World Series champion short sleeve hoodie for his 15,000 fans. get out there and, if you get your hands on one of those rings, don't be a jerk and try to hawk it immediately. I'll tell you what, they fill up on eBay really fast. If you're unable to make it out to the ballpark, these bobbleheads and rings, they're listed pretty quickly. Some people, when it first happened, they really didn't know what kind of price to put on them. So they were like, oh, 75 or 100 for these rings, for I think it was the Corey Seager ring. And, they realized, oh, well, I can probably get $250. They all started going for like $250 or more. But just, if you can't make it to the game, I understand, because, obviously tickets to the game, food and refreshment while you're there, parking and whatnot, they kind of exceed the value of these, just to get the damn ring. If you want it, secondary market might be what you're looking for, but you definitely want to head out to the ballpark, support your boys. Second half of the season, they need your help. We need them. Enjoy your week. Let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers! Let's go Rangers!
Thanks for listening to the Roundup.